Hello. Merry meet my witches. How are you? Happy Monday. Madam Z here. Happy Monday, coming in from Austin, Texas. Dropping in to say hello, everyone. Hope you guys had a magical Monday. Let me invite some people in. Go ahead and get situated, get some tea, get some hot coffee. We're going to be here for a minute. It's not going to be super long. I just want to jump in and talk to you about what's going on, what we've got coming up, go over some goodies that I got from vacation and what the magical properties are. Hello, if you're here, please say hello. I'm going to invite some people in when they're here. I'm just inviting folks in. All right, I think I invited some folks. Let me catch up. I gotta say hello to everyone. Come on, comments. Jacqueline's here, Lisa's here. Hello. Thank you for coming in and joining me in a Promptu Live. Victoria's here. Hi, Victoria. She's one of our Beltane presenters. So I'm looking forward to working with her and collaborating on her with my Beltane Bash that's coming up. So much stuff's coming up. And let's see. Abigail's here. Hello. She's another presenter that we're doing in Beltane Bash. So we got two presenters here. Welcome, my sisters. Welcome to the Witchy School of Wisdom. And I'm just drinking some hot chocolate today in my little cauldron. Very cute. So let me introduce myself. My name is Madam Z, and I'm a magical life coach, and I empower women to come out of the witchy broom closet, and I teach them metaphysical classes, and I'm also the head magic maker of this Facebook group that you're in now, Witchy School of Wisdom. So I create tons of magic around my life. I help women create magic around their life by mentoring them, teaching classes, have an online coven. I have all kinds of cool stuff going on for you guys. So welcome, welcome, welcome to the Witchy School of Wisdom Facebook group. And it's Magic Monday, yay! Alex is here. Hello, my sister. Thank you for joining me. So today, I wanted to talk about, just come in real fast and talk about, oh my God, my hair looks like crap today. I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow. I have been neglecting my hair because I've been so busy. Does anybody do that? I want to do a hat that says, which hair don't care? Because I'd be wearing it all day. Today is witch hair. So if you don't know, I just got back from vacation. It was my anniversary / Valentine's Day, and we all incorporated into one weekend because we were so busy. I was like, I'm booked that weekend. I can't do anything that weekend. So we had to find an open date. So we went to a cute little small town in Texas where we went to a castle and visited the castle. And we went antiquing and stayed in a bed and breakfast, and it was super, super nice. The town was about 4,000 people, so it was super tiny. And I'm from Austin, so I'm used to a huge town, huge city. And everything closes like at 5 or 6. And we're like, what the hell do we do now? But I wanted to show you some goodies that I found while I was antiquing. And the thing that you do when you antique is you look for magical things that you can use in your magical craft, right? Everyday uses, things that people would never ever think about using as a magical practice, everyday household stuff, okay? So does anybody in the group love thrifting or antiquing or yard sailing, or anything like that? Sailing as in S-A-L-E, not S-A-I-L-I-N-G. Yard sailing. Yeah, we had a good time, Lisa. Thank you. So I'm going to talk about the magical properties of the things that I bought, things that I found, what I used them for. And then also at the end, I'm also going to talk about a huge announcement that's coming up for you guys to plan. So I wanted to make that announcement now. So if you guys love thrifting, love yard sailing, love digging in bins, love this search of finding something cool, give me some hearts up and some thumbs up, and tell me that you really love to find. I love to like spend time in there and try to find the find, right? Spend all day digging in stuff trying to find it. I love antiquing. It's my favorite pastime to do. Blair hates it. When I was antiquing at the place he was in, he did the whole thing for like in, I don't know, 20 minutes. And when he came out, he said, okay, I'm done. And I'm like, I'm just in the second booth. So he was like, I'm going to see you in the car. So an hour and a half later, he took an hour and a half nap in the car, and I was antiquing. I love garage sales too. So I found this cool little statue. So I'm going to put her on my altar. And I would say that she's a Buddhist statue, but I am going to use her as a Kuan Yin. And she may even be a Kuan Yin. Maybe a different kind of Kuan Yin, because of the lotus base that she has. Okay, so I will be using her as my Kuan Yin statue. She has very cool inlays, very cool ornaments in it. Then that's the back of her, all kinds of cool, pretty stuff. I love it. So I found this little find on the side of the road, a yard sale stand. So I love her, Kuan Yin. So that was my first find. So she will go in my altar of compassion and love, loving compassion, being more kind, compassionate to people, opening your heart chakra. So whenever I do an altar for that kind of compassion and needing to bring her in, I will use her as a ritual goddess. And I think that I'm probably going to bring her in to my ritual that I'm having here in Austin, the Goddess Moon Circle. We gather every new moon, and I'm in charge of facilitating that. And I think that I'm going to bless her and consecrate her and use her for that ritual coming up Saturday. So I'm super excited that she's a part of my practice now. Yes, Donna. Yard says you find some cool stuff. So then we went to antiquing, and I found this little green man statue. Plaque, I should say. My little green man plaque. So he will go on either an altar or he will go on the wall. I'm not sure where I'm going to put him yet. It's kind of too close. There we go. So isn't he cute? I think he's made out of cement, and he has a hanger on the back. So he will go somewhere in my practice for sure. Now, I got a whole bunch of these. A bunch of horseshoes. Different sizes. Right? And I use those, and put those in the doggy thing. Let me pull one up to put over the door, the front door and the back door. And I put them up like this because you want to bring good luck into your household. Now, if you put it down, that means that all of your good luck is going to run out. Okay, so I will put these on every entrance of an exit door of my house to ensure that I have good luck. So I got those. I got 4 of those. And I found some, they're called tavern candles. And they look like these. If I can get them right. Is that better? As I drop them. One is white. One is green. And one is black. So I will use these for spell candles. And they are called old. They make them look like they're old tavern candles. And they used to put them on the wall sconces in the old taverns. So I will use them for spell candles. Okay? So make sure you look for candles when you go. Some cool ones. Stay. Let me catch up on comments. Hi, Latiana. Hello. She's a presenter too, so she's gonna do some cool stuff with spirit guides. And hey, Caitlin, thank you. Yeah, isn't he cool? I've got a big one. I haven't put him up yet, but this is great for altars, because the one that I have is like this big. It's a big, huge plaque, and it kind of doesn't fit on my altar. It takes up a lot of room, so I like him because he's a little smaller. Portable for sure. So you can take him to any portable ritual, or like in the woods if you want to do a ritual in the woods. So super portable. I like him. Now, I got a wooden spoon for my herbs. I have a metal one, tiny one, but this one I got specifically for herbs that has a little bigger kind of spoon thing in it. So I got that big one. Now, here's the interesting thing. I got a shitload of these, of railroad spikes. A whole bunch of railroad spikes. All different sizes, all different kinds. So, what do you do with railroad spikes? I'll put mine over here. There's a couple things that I want to talk about. Here's a crooked one, which is kind of cool. I like this little crooked one. The magical uses of railroad spikes and the magical uses of iron. Okay. Does anybody use magical railroad spikes or spikes in their practice, or is it just me? Am I the weird witch in here? No. Weird witch. You get horseshoes at the riding stable. Yes. Ask the owner. Now, here's the thing though. When you get one that's thrown off the horse's foot, that's more energy. So if you can get one that you find in the pasture that's been thrown, pick it up instead of ones that have been taken off. They're still good, the ones that have been taken off by the farrier, but the ones that have been actually thrown by the horse that you find in the pastures have more energy in them. And if you plant any blueberry bushes, you plant a horseshoe with the bush in them. Oh, I bet you because of the iron in it. Hey, Ellen. I know. I got you some railroad spikes, Ellen. So here's what I do with mine. There's a couple things that we can do with railroad spikes. Here's what I do with mine. I use them, I anoint them with fire protection oil or any kind of protection oil, and I anoint it from the top to the spike. So I anoint the whole thing with oil. And then I do it on a full moon, and I go out to every corner of my property and I stake the railroad spikes into every corner, and I call them the corners, and I call them in for protection. And I do that for every single corner of my property. So I have earth, air, fire, water. They're all grounded. They're all spiked in for protection for the property, and that locks in your property. So that is what I use them for. Now, other people can use them for, hey, Alina, can use them for stopping foreclosure, or stopping them from getting kicked out of the house. You will put them in every four corners of your property, and you anchor that piece of property to the earth so that you can't get kicked out, so you can't get foreclosed on, they can't take your house away, that kind of thing. So that is another use for railroad spikes. Okay. And here's another one another use for railroad spikes, was a little controversial, but you know, it's out there and people use it, is staking your loved one to your home and stopping them from straying or being unfaithful or leaving for days and not coming back. So what you do is you take an old shoe of theirs and you go underneath the house or under the porch. Usually it used to be under the porch, because back in the South we used to have like covered porches and you could go underneath it. And you take the shoe of your lover or your partner, an old one, and take that spike and you drive it through their shoe underneath the house. So that way it anchors them and holds them to that house so they won't stray, or they won't leave you, or they're not going to be gone for 3 days and come back. So it just anchors them to your house and to yourself and to you, so that way they don't stray. That's kind of one thing that they do. Another thing that you can do is you can use this and adorn it for whatever you want to. You can decorate it. For if you want love, you would do like pink, red, and flowers. And if you want protection, you would do it in black. If you grays and whites. And if you want to do it for money, you would decorate it with green, like ribbons and crayons and art and fabric and all kinds of cool stuff. So this could be like a different type of voodoo doll for you, or mojo bag. So you can really have a lot of magical uses for this. Now, I know it's very controversial. Yeah. I have on the 3rd floor. Here's what you could do with that. If you are have an apartment, or you don't have, because I live in a duplex, so I don't have access to the other side of it, but I have 4 corners for me. And if you don't have access to all 4 corners, you can always put it in a pot. Put it on the corners that you can get to and put it in a pot. And just plant and drive that stake in through your plants. And that way it is grounded and sealed. That goes against the read. Yes, if you believe in the read, which is harm none, do none, and don't do unto others that you wouldn't do unto yourself kind of thing. Free will, that means you're messing with free will, but that's a whole other kind of thing. So that's just a use for railroad spikes. It's nailing your lever to your house. You keep it in there so you stop straying. I want to talk about, though, the magical uses and properties of iron. Okay, so do any of you guys have a cast iron skillet or a cast iron cauldron? We all know how important it is as a practice, as a witchy practice, that we have cast iron cauldron, right? So I've got 2 on the outside, 2 cauldrons, and 1 on the inside that I use as a burn bowl for my rituals on the inside. And on the outside, I have 2 cauldrons, but I plant flowers in them. Yeah, you can use their underwear. Yep, instead of their shoe. Yeah, you can. You sure can. Yep. But I think the symbolization, or the symbol of the shoe, keeps them from wandering off. Okay, that's why people use the shoe. But I've heard it both too. So the magical uses of iron, though, is always for protection, especially when you're under a psychic attack. Deflects negative energy. And it is a symbol of Mars, and is worn for protection and defense magic. So whenever you use iron, you're doing defensive work against negative energies, and you're using them to protect your home, your house, your loved ones, you know, whatever you're using the iron for. As a talisman to increase physical strength. It is associated with the earth and grounding, but it is also associated with a god, and it is associated with the god Mars, if you guys are into mythology. So we are deeply rooted as a practice in our craft in alchemy. This is part of alchemy studies and the uses of magical iron, magical forms of steel, gold, alchemy, iron, we talked about that already, and different forms of, and silver, and what they're specific for. So when Ellen has both. Oh yeah. Green ones for more prosperity. Yeah, just paint them green or color them green. Get lots of green ribbon, lots of green fabric. You can hang like little green money signs off of them. You can get some green charms. You can glue little money to them, coins if you need to. You can do all kinds of cool stuff. Hi, Chanel. Nice to meet you. I'm glad you're here. Yay, Chanel's here. So yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff with iron. Copper is another one. Copper is a generator. If you feel that you need to amplify things, put copper in there. Put a copper penny in there. Do a copper wand. You can make a powerful copper wand out of a copper tubing pipe, the smaller ones. Okay, so copper is used as a generator. It amplifies things, whereas the iron gets rid of them, expels them, protects you. Okay, so, and I found this other thing, which is an old, we call them, it's made out of wood. You can see it. What? It's a bread bowl. Back in the old days, primitive days, they used to take a bowl like this and knead their dough, their bread dough. So this is going to be my magical dedicated tool to making my magical bread, my magical dough. When I infuse them with sigils, this bowl is going to be consecrated and dedicated just to that type of working. I have my kitchen stuff, that's my everyday kitchen stuff, but then I have my magical tools that I dedicate strictly for magical workings. So whenever I do any magical bread making for rituals or Sabbaths coming up, or protection in when I'm working with sigils and bread or anything, I'll be using this bread bowl. So that's a cool little thing I got. I have got iron fillings from blacksmiths. Cool. Hey, Ashley. Yeah. So you can do all kinds of cool stuff. So be on the lookout for the horseshoes. You can find those everywhere. And the iron spikes, railroad spikes. Now, if you can't find spikes, you can always get nails. Old iron nails. And those are good for witches. Hi, Brittany. Those are good for witches' balls. Those are good for freezer spell stuff where you have to nail stuff down. Those are a lot more portable. They're really light. So you could use those for anything too. So those are the things that I got for some of my local witchy friends too. So they have privy to them. I bought enough for all of us. So if you're local and you want one, let me know. If you know who you are. You know who you are. We talked about it. So let me know if you need anything, and I will put a couple of those aside for you. So on to the next thing. So those are just some magical things that you want to be on the lookout for when you are doing your shopping, when you are thrifting, when you are looking at antique stores. Estate sales are good. Those are some magical things that you want to be on the lookout for. Witchy dedicating tools. Aw, Brittany's so sweet. Okay, so does anybody have plans in October 11th through the 14th? Does anybody have plans? I gotta hang nails, drive me crazy. October 11th through the 14th, everybody's calendar should be open right now because I'm about to fill it up. I'm about to put this in your calendar. You are about to be filled and have a weekend getaway. October 11th through the 14th. So mark that calendar right now as you are going away. Yes, I did. I hit the jackpot on that one. So October 11th through the 14th. And I'm officially announcing this. You may have looked where I created the event for this, but I haven't gone live and I haven't talked about this. So we are doing the retreat October 11th through the 14th. Now, let's talk about this retreat because this is my first retreat, but not my first circle for sure. I've done many circles. I have led many empowerment rituals. I have led many women's full moon circles, goddess weekends, nurturing and holding sacred space and anchoring things down for women that come up for them. And this is a love dear to my heart weekend getaway for us, just for us witches. Okay. And it is going to be October 11th through the 14th. Super stoked about this. Okay. And it's going to be a little town called Trinidad, Texas. And we are spending a whole weekend in sacred witchy space. All inclusive. You don't have to bring anything you don't want to. We have rooms for you. We have fully cooked, organic, farm to table food and meals for you. Every single meal, every single snack, every single drink, every single need that's going to be met for you is going to be in this retreat. All you have to do is show up. Everything will be provided for you. It's going to be in a what I call a mini farm. It's on beautiful land, about 20-something acres, in a small town, and it is spring-fed. It's on Native American land. We have lots of water underneath there. It has a huge pond. It has a gazebo. It has fire pits where we would have opening rituals, closing rituals for sure, and we have drawing down the moon circles rituals. And this is a total immersion witchy goddess experience. So you're probably wondering, well, what goddess are we working with? Well, it's October. So what goddess do you think we're going to be working with? There's only a few dark goddesses that I work with. We are going to be working with Persephone, one of my favorite ones. She was the one that we called in when I was indoctrinated into my second degree. So I have a very special place in my heart for Persephone. She is amazing. She is also, we're going to do a mother-daughter releasing ceremony, the mother-daughter wound ritual for that. This is going to be about death and rebirth. This is about letting, even though there's a whole story about Persephone, we're going to go through that during the whole retreat. So this whole retreat is centered around death and rebirth, centered around Persephone and what she went through and how strong she was, how strong of a female witch we want you to be to become. And it's all about witchy goddess empowerment ritual. You're going to be immersed into this whole 4 days of nothing but witchy magic rituals. You're going to have intentional feasting. We're going to have everything, all the food's going to be centered around pomegranates. So every piece of food that you eat is going to be blessed with pomegranates, because pomegranate is a symbol of Persephone. We are going to have pomegranate martinis at midnight. So we're going to do some divination at midnight martinis. We are going to be powerful this weekend. This is 3 nights all-inclusive in the mini ranch with retreat with high badass priestesses, heart-centered meals like I talked about, nightly bonfires, and offering to the goddess Persephone. I have so much planned for you in my head. I can't tell you everything because it'll ruin the experience for you, but we will have a goddess altar that will be activated during that night, during that ritual, and everybody will be a part of activating that ritual and that altar will be activated throughout the whole retreat. Okay, then we're going to do healing your mother-daughter wound releasing ritual that goes along with the mother-daughter relationship, which is so entangled in some of us. So that's going to be a powerful ritual of releasing that wound, because it goes with the story of Demeter, which is Persephone's mother, and her leaving, if you want to say leaving, we'll get into that later, and moving into her own and taking into her own life. We will be connecting with fellow witches. This will be sacred space for 4 whole days together. And I have a whole itinerary for you guys. This is about meditation and renewal and releasing things. We will have one-on-one witchy workshops. We will have opening and closing rituals, including drawing down the moon ritual. And here's the cool thing that we're going to do. The cool thing that we're going to do is we have access to a graveyard. And so we will be doing a crossroads ritual at a local graveyard. We're trying to do it at night. I can't promise we can do it at night. It just depends on if we can get in there at night, because a lot of Texas graveyards are locked at night. So we may have to do the ritual during the day. But this is a huge time for witchy work is in October. So we will be doing a crossroads ritual in an actual graveyard. And all of this is going to be led by me, your high priestess, who has had hours and hours and hours and years of leading circle, training new witches, holding sacred space, moon circle facilitator. I have so much experience to share with you that you really just need to show up, and I will hold that space for you, because this is going to be a transforming ritual for you this whole weekend. You're going to have some fears come up. You're going to have some releasing, some tears, some empowerment, some yelling, some screaming. All of that will be held and anchored by me. Okay, so you will not be alone, and your sisters will be there for you. It is secluded in the country, so you have to be off the grid for a while, because some of the internet is not available. It's kind of shoddy spots, but that's what we want. We want you to connect with your fellow witchy sisters in sacred space. Okay, and you get these amazing bonuses. Ritual and empowerment workshops on sacred ground, which is where this retreat is going to be. Now, this retreat is going to be, it's a live working mini ranch. So you have fresh vegetables that are grown there that you can get up in the morning and pick if you want to for your breakfast. We have farm fresh eggs. We have 2 donkeys, 1 horse, 2 goats, a bunch of chickens, dogs, no cats though. Yeah, so this is a working ranch. So if you want to do animal therapy, it's there for you. If you want to hang out with the horse Tough, his name is Tough, then hang out with him. He's super, super sweet. I know all these animals. So you can't be afraid of animals. You can't be afraid of living in the country, because we're going to ground. We're going to come back to center. We're going to come back to the Native American, energy of being one with Mother Nature and the plants and the earth and the animals, and working the garden and getting your hands dirty. I'm going to work on some more rituals, and I really think I'm going to do what they call a bulb, B-U-L-B, flower ritual. So I'm going to look into that, doing that. But we have so many rituals planned for you. I have so much planned for you guys. And after the retreat, you're going to have a certification of the Persephone, daughter of Persephone, and becoming a high witch, so that you can bring all of the energy and everything you learned back to your everyday practice. Okay, so once you leave that ritual, you will be actually certified in being a daughter of Persephone and being a high witch. So you'll be certified in that when you leave. You'll have the opportunity to meet other witches across the country. We have people coming in from Northwest area and East area, so all different coasts and by the Gulf. So you're going to make super fun connections, lifetime connections. I'm telling you, I've gone to so many retreats, goddess retreats and women's retreats. This is life-changing for you. These are lifetime women and friendships that you will be connected to with for a lifetime. This memory is going to be imprinted in your brain forever. Forever. When you sign on, you get a membership of the Coven of the Witches Circle, which is my online coven, okay, until the retreat begins. So if you decide to join today, I will put you in the online coven today all the way up until October, November. So you have all those months of free coven membership, which you have privy to all of the past courses, all of the past resources, all of the past rituals. So you have tons of free information in there. And the cool thing is that you get tons and tons of free stuff in your ritual goodie bag. And this is an official Daughter of Persephone goodie bag. Okay, and all filled with all magical stuff, all magical tools, goddess-inspired gifts. I can't tell you what they are, though, because that's ruined the surprise. Okay, let me catch up on comments. Let's see. Shelly's here. Hello. Oh, you're coming back from leadership that week. And Ellen can't go either. She has a wedding. Well, it's in New Orleans, so that's good. That's good. Hey, Leslie. October 11th through the 14th. Yes. Hey, Amanda. So that is going to be going on. So now we have pay in full price. Okay. We also have 4 payments and 6 monthly payments. So you can get started on this today if you wanted to. Now, the price will go up in August 30th, though. So those prices will change. We only have 10 spots. I only have 10 spots for sacred people, for sacred witches, because I want you guys to really connect with each other. We could cram more people up in there. You'll have a huge space on the top of the house, top of the farmhouse. And then you have a huge communal kitchen. You'll have hot showers, hot baths. We have a full screened-in porch on the back. We have a porch on the front. So you can immerse yourself as much as you want to, or you can just look, hey, I just want to retreat. I just want to just be by myself. I just want to just meditate. Whatever you want to do, we are there for you. And it's going to be great. You're going to immerse yourself in being a witchy, magical sister environment and sacred space for these whole 4 days. Okay. Now the paid in full price is $9.97. You get everything, all your lodging, all your organic meals prepared by a professional chef, all of your drinks, all of your witchy goodie bags, all of your rituals, all of your workshops, everything you need for this whole 4 days to spend with me, and really unlimited access to me for the whole 4 days, except for when I sleep. I need some time to sleep. And you will get to know the goddess more, of Persephone, and her magical story of being empowered and taking back her own life and managing her whole life and telling her, her mother, no, I want to stay down. I want to stay with my husband in hell. There's a whole story about that. But it's about empowering. It's about taking back your life, making the life you want to live your own, despite what other people think you should do. So it's a whole ritual and sacred space and 4 days of just living with Persephone and getting to know her. That altar is available for you 24/7. If she comes to you at night at midnight and you feel that you want to spend time with her in that altar, feel free. Just watch out for the it's going to be cold. Watch out for the critters, because you may run into a possum, because the gazebo is at night. And so we will have the procession of the opening ceremony, and we will lead the procession up to lighting the whole Persephone altar for us. And everybody has a role. Everybody will play a part. Everybody will be there and lighting and activating that altar that will be there the entire time. And then we will take down that altar one by one, all of us, at the end of the retreat. So this is a very immersive retreat for everybody. And I cannot express to you how much this is going to change your life. I remember my very first goddess ritual, a retreat, and we did Isis. Oh my God, the whole weekend I spent just releasing and crying and having a great time, though, and connecting with other, witches and goddesses and sacred space, and it was fucking amazing. And this is the retreat that I have created for you. It's going to be magical. Not only do you work with, you know, the witchy energy of it, but I wanted you guys to work with Persephone because she is so profound to me in my witchy practice and female empowerment. So I wanted her to bring you in. I want her to bring her into our ritual and what we're going to do. So does anybody have any questions? I'm so stoked about that graveyard ritual though. Oh my God. And I've got so many workshops for you. We're going to be doing incense making. This is what I have so far. I can't tell you all of the stuff we're going to do because some of it's a surprise, but we're going to do incense making for Persephone. We're going to be doing making our own runes, witches runes. We're going to have a corner where you can meditate. You have a corner where you can work on, you know, coloring your rocks, because my sister, who's going to be there, wants to gather rocks for us and paint like runes on it, or rituals, or pictures, or any kind of magical mandalas or whatever it is on these rocks that you guys can take home. And I'm working on doing runes, working on not only making runes out of stones, but actually finding sticks and stones and leaves and everything else that we can find on the property to make your own natural runes. So we've got so many workshops for you that are going to bring you into this witchy sense of sacred space. So if you have been kind of cowering in your witchy power, and kind of not coming out of the broom closet, now is the time for you to do it, because we are there to support you. You can cry as much as you want to. You can scream as much as you want to. You can ask questions. You can talk about what's going on in your life. If you have witchy issues or you need some advice on what to do, this is where we do it. This is a communal witchy retreat for 10 magical people, just 10. Okay, so I'm going to send you guys the link. Let's see if I can find it. I had it pulled up. There we go. Here is the link. Yeah. It is $9.97, and that will go up. $9.97. That will go up August 1st. I believe I had that set for August 1st. Let me see. Yes, you can pay in full for $9.97, four payments of $250, or 6 payments of $166 a month. Now, if you feel that we need to tweak those plans for your specific needs, shoot me a message, because I can make any invoice for you guys as long as this is paid by August 1st. October 1st. I apologize. October 1st, because I've got to plan for this. So we have to have all payments in by October 1st. So if you need to make a specific invoicing for a specific payment plan, shoot me a message. I am there to work with you. I'm here to just tweak and to really accommodate your needs, for sure. So this is an all-inclusive resort. And I've been to a lot of goddess retreats. And here's the thing that is different from my goddess retreats from the ones that I've been to. The goddess retreats that I've been to are very primitive. They want you tent camping. They want you out in the woods. You know, you have communal showers kind of like, and some of them have porta potties. It's hot as shit in the summertime. You know, you never know if it's going to rain, especially in Texas, or if it's going to flood. You got to deal with mud. You got to deal with mosquitoes. You got to deal with, you know, bugs. You got to deal with the climate control. This is why I created this retreat, because I didn't want any of that. I wanted this retreat to be all-inclusive and to be comfortable from the elements, from the bugs, from, you know, I wanted a beautiful place for us to stay at. I wanted a solid foundation and a roof over our head. It is a home. This is someone's actual mini farm. So you're not going to be tent camping. You don't have to worry about getting up at night and going to the porta potty and trying to, you know, that you shared with, you know, 25 other people or 100 other people. You have the comforts of home. You have a nice place to stay. You have the fireplace. You have the fire pit that you know, just have to step outside. You'll have the kitchen at your disposal, whatever you want to make. Plus we'll have the food cooked for you, but sometimes you get midnight munchies, right? So you just go down to the refrigerator and get you, like, you know, a hunk of chicken leg or whatever. So you don't have to worry about, you know, packing in your camp gear, packing in all of your tents, packing in any of that. It's all done for you. I wanted this retreat to be as comfortable as possible for you, because I'm kind of tired of that. I don't want to do the outdoor stuff anymore. I'm all about comfort right now, right? I want us to be comfortable so we don't have to worry about the elements and flooding and cold and hot and packing all that stuff. Everything is provided for you. Now, on that note though, it is 20 plus acres. So if you're one of those witches who love to go pitch a tent, sleep in a sleeping bag, you are more than welcome to do that. This is your retreat. If you say, hey, Susie, I don't want to sleep with a bunch of people, you know, in the house. I want to sleep in the covered porch, or I want to sleep under the trees in my hammock, or I want to sleep, you know, next in the barn by the horses. I want to, you know, be by, you know, the lake. Whatever it is for you, you can do it. It's available for you. So if you're one of those people that you want to camp tent, it's more than welcome for you to pitch a tent. You won't find me in a tent. Those days are over for me. I'm not a tent person anymore. I know, me and Shelly are like, we don't camp tent. Not anymore. I'll RV camp in a heartbeat, but I ain't tent camping anymore. That's over with for me. Let's see. It's a lot of work. You're putting it up and taking it down. You don't have to worry about this with retreat, and that's why I made it this way, because I took the worry out of everything for you. The only thing you have to do is hit that button, pay that, and just show up. That's all you have to do. I made it so easy for you guys to come to this retreat. You don't have to worry about anything. All of your food, your lodging, rituals, goodies, everything is included. Yay for fleshies. Hello, Tanya. So I'm going to send you guys that link one more time in case it got buried. Anybody have any questions about the retreat? Yay. I'm so excited. So excited. We've got so much to do. So much to do. Ooh, sorry about the noise. It's going to be a wonderful thing. Now, like I said, if you need different type of payment plans, let me know. We need to have this paid, though, by October 1st, whatever that plan is for you. And it's going to be a wonderful working farm retreat. So don't forget that if you are all shy about farm animals, we're going to get you out of that being shy of working with animals and being around fur babies. Susie's, I am bougie. I know, Mariah, can we do the retreat now? I want to. I would love to do a spring fest. Maybe we'll do a spring fest next year for Ostara. Beltane one. We can do a bougie Beltane retreat. Bougie Beltane bash. Let's do that. Let's do a bougie Beltane bash. Yay! Done. Bougie Beltane bash. All right, so does anybody have any questions before I sign off and say goodbye? Gosh, I've been on here for a whole hour. We talked about the retreat, and we also talked about magical uses of iron, and we also talked about what to look for when you guys go thrifting. Anything else we need to talk about? I'm so excited. super, super excited about this. Don't forget, though, we only have 10 people. 10 people, 10 spots. And once they're gone, they're gone. I can't open up any more spots. Even if a person emails me like the day before and says, hey, I missed a deadline, can I come? I can't let anybody else in. 10 spots is it. That's it. I can't open it up to anymore because the space is limited. I don't want you guys crammed in there. Okay, that's why it gives you a lot of room. Okay. Yay, Mariah's going. Yay. Yep, so we got a few people that are already signed up for sure. And so you want to get your spot before everybody else jumps in. And because I want you guys here, it's going to be so magical. In October, if you guys don't know, October is the high, well, between a Beltane and October, right, Samhain. But October is the month for the highest energy for the witches. That's our month. And so that's why I wanted to do more witchy stuff with you guys and more goddess stuff and actually doing the, I promise you'll have it again. Hey, Judy. I know, New Orleans, for sure. And that's why I want to do some graveyard work, some crossroad work. And you can gather some graveyard dirt if you want to. I'll have lots of bottles there for you guys to work with, to gather things with, because you will find stuff through the whole retreat that I want you to gather and put. I'm giving you all kinds of secrets away. I can't tell you anymore. I can't tell you anymore because I'm going to give it all away. Oh my God. Shut up. Shut up. Don't say anything more. So, but yeah, October is the time when witches fly. October is the time when the veil is thinnest. We may do a lot of stuff on the fly. I may even hold a seance in either the graveyard or either on the land and see if we can call in an Indian who needs to come in. I did that last year, a couple years ago, when we did our Samhain. We called in someone that had a tragic ending on the land that we were camping at. Hey, Judy, welcome. So we'll do a lot of impromptu stuff. We do have an itinerary made for you, but if we feel like one day we want to do some divination, we want to learn how to do a seance, we want to learn how to do any kind of magical workings, then we're going to throw it in. Whatever you guys want to do, we're going to throw in. But I do have an itinerary. But we may just do some magic on the fly. That is a good thing about having a small group like this, is you don't have to be so strict. And I don't have to herd you. I don't have to gather you guys up, because I know where y'all are going to be at. Graveyard, that should be interesting to explain on the customs official. Just tell them it's dirt. And it's so graveyard dirt, depending where you pick the dirt from, which type of grave, they may not even ask for it. They're like, I don't even want to open that. Just say it's a bag of dirt. That put a curse on you if you open that. So I think that's all that I have. Does anybody have any questions on the retreat or anything that's going on? We got so much going on. I just made the schedule for the coven for March, so we've got that up. We're working with the goddess Ostara if you want to get in on the coven. I think that's all. It's like I talk too much about stuff, and everybody's like, what are you all talking about? Why are you all over the place? I'm really not. I have a plan. I have a plan. Don't forget, spellcasting course is coming up. You probably have a week to get in on that. We start March 12th. Yep, next Tuesday. So you have about a week to get in on that. Other than that, I am going to shut that down. All enrollment. And don't forget, if you don't get in on that, then you don't get the bonuses, early bonuses. So we've got all kinds of stuff for you to get on them. But put this in your witchy calendar. October 11th through the 14th. It is by Dallas, Texas. So if you're driving in, you guys can carpool. If you're flying in, you can fly into the airport. up by Dallas. I will put all that information in there, what you need to fly into if you want to do that. I think it's better if you guys carpool, just to make things witchy road trip funner. You can connect. So any other questions, my witchy sisters, before I sign off and say merry part? No? No. Is anybody going? Is anybody considering it? Put some hearts up, some thumbs up if anybody's going. Anybody have their ticket? I know a couple of y'all. Yeah, we're going to have a fabulous freaking time. It's going to be amazing. And the cool thing about that is we have a huge, I planned everything. And I planned stuff for if something happens. Because Texas weather is kind of wonky. So if something happens, like if we get a lot of rain or anything, everything can be moved indoors. We have enough space indoors to have this whole retreat just indoors. So if something happens with the weather, because this is going to be rain or shine, we just move everything indoors. So you don't have to worry about, oh, Alina's thinking about it. Yay! Road trips are fun. They are, aren't you? Alina's thinking about it. Yay! So yeah, I'm taking care of everything that you need, all of your lodging, all of your meals. I think that's all though, right? And we'll have more discussions about it, but this is my official. I haven't even opened it up to the public yet. I've opened it up to my Witchy Wisdom group. I've opened up to my coven. So you guys are the first to know. You guys are on my inner circle, and I haven't even opened it up to the people outside of my group or my coven yet. And I will be doing that this week. So once that goes into my 500, 600 plus group email list, it's a free-for-all. Okay, so it's first come, first serve. Alrighty. All right, my witches, I think that's it. I'm so excited about this witchy retreat. It's going to be fucking awesome. The colors are, want me to tell you what the colors are? Because I have a whole brand on this. The colors are Persephone colors, which are your dark reds, your blacks, your grays, your dark silvers. So your dark colors, your dark greens. So it's going to be super, super fun. And the theme is going to be pomegranates. So you will see pomegranates intertwined in your magical workings, in rituals, in drinks, in food. So you are embodying the goddess Persephone with everything that you do during this retreat. Every bite that you take, every drink that you drink, every step you take is going to be embodying the goddess Persephone. So you'll be walking side by side with Persephone as we move into the underworld together, into the time where the wheel of the year changes into the slumber. So we're going to be doing a whole magical manifesting of weaving, of working with the underworld and leaving the springtime and going into our retreat. Our body's going to be retreating, our mind's going to be retreating. We're going to be doing a lot of inner work. So I have a whole thing planned for y'all. You don't even know. So excited, I'm working hard. So, all right then, my witchy sisters, I'm going to sign off. I've been working almost 12 hours today on the back end. So as you can see, that vacation did me some good. I'm all pumped up. So, all right, if you have any questions about that retreat, shoot me a message. If you need custom plans on payments, if you have questions about any of that, let me know, and I would love to save you a spot and circle with your sacred sisters. Merry part, my witches. Bye.